Yeah, so we would, because it was a short shoot, we had to be economical with our time on set. And 4 weeks, wasn't it? Yeah, 21 days, 2 days of rehearsal. Was that included in the 20? Right, there we go. You heard it from the horse's mouth. So, yeah, our rehearsal time was limited, but thankfully Hope is a very good director. So she made the most of the time that we had. And what would happen normally is, of course we had a couple of days of prep where we'd kind of talk about the character and about the journey that she goes on, and kind of Hope's vision for the film, and fleshing out the role for between the two of us. And then essentially it would just be kind of every day we'd be doing several scenes a day, because it's an indie film, so you have to kind of rocket through them. And I don't know if anyone here isn't involved in filmmaking, you might not know that it's very rare to make a film in order. So you'll be taking a scene from the beginning, and then from the next hour you'll be doing the last scene of the film, and then the next hour you'll be doing one from halfway through, and so you've got to be very careful at keeping track. So rehearsals are very important for that, and Hope was great at that. So we would get onto the set. We would obviously have learned our lines, and then Hope would just run through it with us a few times, and then we'd be like, great, let's just shoot it. And David was, fantastic in that. David played the Aubrey father character. He was really lovely to work with, so it was a fun job.
Yeah, we sort of, because we couldn't really get into the locations to rehearse before, we did as much as we could, but I think we all wanted to keep as much of it fresh as we could as well. Ellie and David and Jack have all done quite a lot of stage as well, and so their sort of skills are so great that I knew that they could deliver. Once we started practicing it in rehearsal, we just kind of were like, okay, we're not going to take this any further, we're going to wait till we get in the space on the day. And it was just more, as Ellie says, about keeping track of exactly where we were in the story and kind of going, okay, this is or whatever. But Ellie was amazing and had a notebook and very kind of secret notes, which I was never allowed to see, about the characters and the scene and everything that had happened. So she had her own stuff that she was bringing,
And we sort of got you to play tricks on me sometimes, and like not showing me things. Like there were like the evidence bag and in the morgue and stuff.
Yeah.
There was the necessity of because we wanted it to be kind of fresh, like and to catch that on camera, right?
Yeah, one of the things was we were very lucky to have Joe around. Joe plays Harry with these guys, so we had him there during the rehearsals and stuff, and just trying to make them develop a relationship so that we could really sense his absence when he was gone. And Ellie did a lot of work around that and creating kind of false memories and these sort of things. And one of the things that became really important was the evidence bag. We shot that scene quite early, I think, and the evidence bag became really key prop for Ellie. So we kind of had it nearby, so if Ellie ever needed it, it was kind of a trigger. But then when we shot the scene in the morgue, Ellie couldn't see Joe before, because that was Joe actually under the sheet, and he was all made up and horrible. And so we just started up with a close-up, and Ellie had not seen him under the sheet, so we just absolutely kind of captured this incredibly, visceral, authentic moment for Ellie. So, I mean, you went through a huge amount, I think, it seemed like, of connection with him and therefore loss. So it felt like you were carrying that with you throughout the